And welcome to another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Today we've got the Nokia 3.4, a decent handset from Nokia, but not without its flaws. So let's have a look at what we've got in the box. That was a tool to open the SIM tray. Then we've got the quick start guide, a warranty and a charger. It's a 10-watt charger, sadly I would say, because for like £30 more you can buy a Pocophone X3 which supports super fast charging. And then we've got the USB type C 2.0, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Right, let's have a look at the actual handset itself. So yeah, pretty lightweight. Yes, it is a plastic bag, but it's actually really nice to touch. Doesn't leave any finger marks. We've got a fingerprint sensor, 3 camera sensors on the back. We've got 13 megapixel wide, 5 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel depth sensor. Then we've got the power button, volume down, volume up. We've got the headphone jack on the very top with one of the 2 mics. Then we've got the OK Google button on the side, Google Assistant button, and obviously the memory card tray, which doubles up as a SIM tray as well. So luckily it's not a hybrid slot, so you've got either 2 SIM cards and, well, not either, you've got 2 SIM cards and a memory card, which is always a nice addition. Definitely better than a hybrid slot. 1 mono speaker on the bottom, Type-C port, and a secondary mic. And then on the very front we've got the earpiece and the 8 megapixel wide camera, which is a nice cutout to the side. I actually prefer it to the side than at the very front. What we've got, what are we running on? We are running on Android 10. Let's have a look if we can find out I did a system update recently, and we are running on the security update from 5th of September 2020. That's the latest one so far, at least in the UK. When it comes to gestures, there's quite a lot of that happening in here. So we've got the fingerprint sensor gesture, so you can swipe on the fingerprint sensor and it swipes down the notification panel, which is nice. You don't have to reach out to it. Then we've got the 3 button navigation or gesture navigation. However, I've encountered a very weird glitch, which I'll show you in a second. Then we've got like double tap to check phone, which is always nice. So you just double tap when the phone is lying on the table, for example, and you can see what's going on, what's popping up in terms of notifications on the lock screen. And like I said, we've got the Google Assistant button with, and that's the glitch. So as you can see, you can't see the buttons on the bottom until you change it, because they turned white for some reason. So you have to change to gesture navigation and then back to normal 3 button navigation. Very weird. In terms of security, we've got the fingerprint sensor and we also have a face unlock. Now, the good thing is that you can have both set up, so you can have both face unlock and the fingerprint sensor unlock. Fingerprint sensor unlock is more secure than the face unlock, but let's have a look how fast it is. So, bam, pretty decent. Bam. Yep. So it's not the fastest, it's not the slowest, and in terms of face unlock, as you can see, quite fast as well. One more time. Yep, decent job. So yeah, going back to the Google Assistant button, you can't reconfigure it. It only works as a Google Assistant button. You can't do anything more with it, unfortunately. You can't do a shortcut to, let's say, a flashlight or something like that. Then we've got the storage, 32 gigs of internal storage, but obviously expandable via memory card. In terms of sound, there is nothing really, no sound enhancers, equalizers, Dolby Atmos, anything like that. Yes, the phone costs £129, but some of the competitors do a better job when it comes to that. In terms of the dark theme, you can schedule it, or dark mode. You can schedule it if you'd like to, or you can turn it on permanently. It goes across the whole user interface, so that's nice. Then we've got the night light, which removes the blue hue from the screen and puts less strain on your eyes. Again, you can schedule that from dusk till dawn and so on. In terms of connectivity, we've got NFC, so Google Pay is a thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. In terms of pre-installed apps, it's a pretty much clean Android 10, apart from the FM radio, which does require headphones to double up as an antenna. And then we've got the Nokia's own My Phone, which basically tells you anything about the warranty. You can look at what's consuming storage on your phone, how to clean it, what's the battery health. You can look up the manual, you can get in touch with tech support. Yeah, every single Nokia phone comes pre-installed with. Now, when it comes to camera, like I did mention, we've got 3 sensors, 17 megapixels, 5 megapixels, 2 megapixels, and an LED flash. We've got the ultra wide, which is the 5 megapixel unit, 2 megapixel depth sensor, and 13 megapixel standard wide. When it comes to settings, not very feature rich, however, there are some nice options. So, for example, you can add your own watermark. You can type whatever you'd like to. You can leave it as it is, or you can type whatever you like to. Like, for example, I'm going to do quick expert reviews, and then every single picture that you've done will have this nice watermark. And you can actually change the font and the way it looks as well. You can just do box standard one as well if you'd like to. You can also add device information, so it will say shot with Nokia 3.4, for example. When it comes to video recording, Full HD at 30 frames per second, both front and rear facing camera. A bit weird in 2020, but at least the quality is decent. Then we've got the Google Lens, we've got the motion picture, which kind of captures GIF-like photos. We've got the aspect ratio of the picture, so 3:4, 16:9, and then obviously the flash. Then we've got the portrait mode. As usual, the picture quality, the actual photos, will be at the very end of this video. And then we've got the night mode as well. Again, the quality will be shown at the very end of the video review. Panorama and time-lapse as well. Then we've got the beautify option, which kind of makes the face look a bit more artificial and tries to remove all the marks and unpleasant stuff of your face. So that's that. So as usual, let's crack on with the audio quality. Now, when it comes to gaming, I was actually pleasantly surprised with the performance. In terms of Minecraft, it runs well. I would say around 30 frames per second with the fancy clouds and everything, which I'll show you in a second. When it comes to downgrading some of the settings, as you can see, it runs pretty smooth, but that was a bit of a stutter, which unfortunately happens when you've got fancy clouds. turned on and so on. So if we go to settings and turn these off, it's a very nice, pleasant, smooth experience. Same applies to Roblox. Yes, there are no fancy clouds in Roblox, but the game runs Roblox nicely as well. And then I'm gonna crack on with the Call of Duty mobile as well to show you a bit the performance. But looking at Minecraft, like I did mention, considering the price of the handset and the actual device itself running on Snapdragon 460 with I believe it's 3 gigs of RAM. Yes, 3 gigs of RAM. The performance is actually pretty decent. As you can see, no stuttering, no lags whatsoever. Like I did mention, when we turn off the fancy clouds, it's a very nice, enjoyable experience. Obviously, if you like, you can connect a Bluetooth controller as well, and it works like on a console, I would say. Obviously, Minecraft allows you to do a crossplay, so if you've got a PlayStation at home or Xbox or PC and you want to play with someone else, you can do that from a phone. Then, like I did mention, looking at the Call of Duty mobile, we are running on medium settings, and to be honest, no stuttering, no lags. Considering it's a Snapdragon 460, so kind of on the entry-level side when it comes to performance, with its Adreno 610 GPU. As you can see, pretty smooth experience. I didn't want to prone, I wanted to shoot, but yeah, this is what happens when you misclick a button. But yes, like I did mention, pretty smooth performance. One of my favorite games, I would say, of 2020, Call of Duty Mobile. I believe these are bots, unfortunately, because no one is as bad as these guys, so they have to be controlled by AI, some sort of AI. Yeah, they're not even shooting back at me. And then we've got the Stadia. Now, I fell in love with Stadia recently. I've got it on every single device possible. I absolutely love Stadia, but for some weird reason, I'm not sure if it's the poor Wi-Fi chip on the phone itself, the performance is absolutely horrendous. It works brilliantly on the Poco X3, review coming very soon. It's brilliant on a KingPad SA10, the 89-pound Chinese tablet, but for some reason the lag is absolutely unbearable on the Nokia 3.4. Not sure what's going on, not sure what's the reason. I know Stadia was down, well, most of the Google services were down when I was doing the review, but I did retry it later on and the performance is absolutely horrendous, which is a shame because, like I said, I absolutely love Stadia. I was a Stadia hater when it first launched. It was terrible, but now I've got 60 meg broadband, which is absolutely abysmal, but this is the best I can get in UK if I'm not with Virgin, and I can't get Virgin Media in my house. So 60 megs download, 20 megs upload, games run in 4K via Chromecast, games run in 1080p on my laptop, they run in 1080p on the iPhone, on the Pocophone X3, but for some weird reason, even in 720p, the lag is horrendous. You can't really play. It's not that, oh, it stutters a bit. No, it's absolutely terrible. So yeah, that was Cyberpunk. And it's not, I know, yes, Cyberpunk is a bit of a buggy mess currently, but it's not the case in here. I've tried with Grid, which works flawlessly, and it's again the same thing. So I'm gonna jump over to the actual race now, and I'll show you guys. I mean, you might not see that because obviously you'd have to look at the thumbsticks and what is happening on the screen, but you basically turn your steering wheel, you turn right, and nothing happens for like 2 seconds, and you know, when you're going, I don't know, 150 miles in a racing game, you can't really have a 2-second delay because you end up hitting a band, a different car, or something like that. So unfortunately, yes, the performance is quite bad. Yeah, okay. As you can see, what have you seen what just happened? So like I said, I'm not sure if it's the Nokia Wi-Fi. It's unplayable. To blame or or something, but yes, the performance is horrendous. Other than that, though, if you're not planning on playing Stadia and you're not bothered about the back buttons vanishing, changing color to white every now and then, it's a decent handset. Thanks for watching another episode of Quick Expert Reviews, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye!